You do a warm up? You circled your arms a few times?
Did a few laps. I didn't go that far.
Perfect.
I'm down.
Can you come down to my closed guard, please? Alright, good. So today we're going to continue to look at the closed guard, but we're going to look at when our partner decides to stand up in the closed guard. So he stands himself up. So the first one that we're going to do is my partner's used his hands onto the hips and he hasn't actually grabbed hold of a sleeve. Like, more common is grabbing the sleeve, because not grabbing the sleeve is going to lead to the couple of sweeps that I'm about to show you. So he hasn't grabbed the sleeves, he's stood himself up, maybe he's looking to just start pushing down on the leg, exactly, and he's trying to break the closed guard open. So if he stands up like this, number one option, we've got both our hands available, we're going to bring our hands down, we're going to grab hold of the ankles. When we've got hold of the ankles, we're going to uncross the legs, and we're going to bring the knees to the center. So make sure you keep good traction, good contact with the hips. The knees come in so that we're able to push the hips backwards. We're going to push and forward. We're going to drop to one side. As we drop to one side, we're going to reach over with the top hand, grab hold of the gi, post our hand onto the floor, and pull ourselves up over the top of the hips and through to the mount position. So again, partner stands up, his feet in my closed guard are always going to be close enough for me to grab, especially if he hasn't got hold of one of the sleeves. So hands come down, grab hold of the ankles, open, bring the knees to the center, push my partner back, fall to one elbow, one side. Top hand is going to reach over, grab hold of the lapel, post on your hand, pull your hips through, and up into mount. Second variation of that, which is not particularly nice for your partner, but they shouldn't have made the mistake in the first place of standing up without the sleeve grip. Partner stands up, I grab hold of the ankles and he panics. So he grabs hold of my gi here. So when I try to take him backwards now, like if you pull on my gi, that's it, try to take him back, it's more difficult for me to get him moved back into that, him falling onto his butt. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take my feet, place them onto the hips, and I'm going to lift his feet off the floor, pull the ankles in, dump my partner down. As I dump him down, I bring my feet to the inside, do a technical stand-up. Now, really important detail on this, I want to make sure that I keep the ankle off the floor. If I bail on this too early, then he can pull himself up as well, and then it becomes like a 50-50 battle. If I keep this low, leg off the floor, then there's no way he's going to be able to come up, and I take that sweep. I'm ready to start passing his guard. So one more time, he stands himself up, I grab the ankles, he panics and grabs my gi. So when I try to push him back, he pulls on the gi and keeps himself upright. Feet go to the hips, keep the ankles, gonna lift our partner up, not particularly nice fall for them because they're not gonna base, they're just gonna fall onto their butt, bring my feet to the inside. As I do my little technical stand up, keep his ankle off the floor, so I'm ready to come up and start passing the guard. All right, so let's have a go at those first two. 1, 2, 3. All right, so this time, Jack's a little bit more sensible inside the closed guard, and he's gonna get two grips. So he's gonna grip center of my gi here, and he's gonna grip the sleeve, and he's gonna stand himself up. So initial thought about this is that's much more sensible option for him, because when he lets go of the gi and he stands himself up and he takes the sleeve with him, now I'm not able to grab hold of both ankles. But yeah, like with anything in jiu-jitsu or any position in jiu-jitsu, we always have options. So as he stands up, I'm going to take that cross grip and I'm going to re-grip him. So he has the cross grip, I have the cross grip. I'm going to take my hand down, grab hold of the ankle. Once I've got both of these grips, I'm going to let go of the closed guard, put one foot onto the hip, just create a little bit of space, and then I'm going to bring my other foot and hook it in behind, and we're going to do a tripod sweep. So I can do this tripod sweep a couple of ways. One way we can do it similar to what we've just done, so we can trip him back, not come to the top, and then we have to end up passing his guard. Or the way I prefer to do this is keep the grip, keep the tension, so as his body falls back, it lifts my body up as well. Take note of this leg here though. So when I lift up, this leg needs to slip to the outside so it allows this knee to cut across. So I pull on this ankle, pull back on this leg, and then I push on the hip. As he drops back, my foot drops to the outside, His body weight lifted me up. I go straight into the knee cut, in for the underhook, and straight through for the pass. So again, okay, he does all the right things this time. He gets the grip in the middle, he grips the sleeve, he stands up. We re-grip, we grab hold of the ankle, open, foot goes straight to the hip, leg goes in behind, pull back, push on the hip, make sure we keep a good tension here. As we sweep, we pull up, straight into the underhook and through for the pass. So, a slightly different version of this. So, a couple of different names I've heard this one called. One, Sickle Sweep, which sounds extremely boring. The second one, called a Tomahawk Sweep. Both the same sweep, but Tomahawk sounds way cooler. So we're gonna do the Tomahawk Sweep. So he grips, he does the same thing, stands up. So I set up the same way, but he manages to just step off of that leg. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch, place my foot into the middle of his belly. I'm gonna bring my second leg down behind the leg here. So essentially it works the same way. I'm gonna push him in the hip, pull on the ankle, and I'm gonna cut his leg out as I go. For this one though, I'm not gonna pull myself up. Let me show you the wrong version first. So as I push and I come up, the problem with this position is I've kind of twisted my body out of position and he's able to start looking at back tacks. So what I wanna do is as my partner falls back, I'm gonna bring my leg to the inside. And again, I'm gonna keep this ankle off the floor, so if he decides to follow me up, I'm able to keep him up off the floor, and now I'm straight into my guard passing position. So he gets his grip, I re-grip, 1, 2, hook in. So I've set that up, he back steps off of that, switch the hips. Those of you who are familiar with striking, we're going to do a side kick into the belly, bring the second leg down just behind the ankle, pull in, kick him away, bring my leg to the inside, make sure we keep that ankle up off the floor. So, tripod sweep into sickle sweep or cool tomahawk sweep. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. All right, so this all starts the same way. He gets his grip, and he stands himself up. I'm still gonna go for the cross grip here, but what I'm gonna do this time is instead of grabbing hold of the outside of the ankle here, I'm gonna dive to the inside of the ankle. We're gonna lift our hips up so we get to put all of our weight into his hips, and we're looking to put the side of our leg onto the inside of his leg here. So we're gonna dump him down to this side. So we're underneath, we lift the hips up, we pull his leg away and pull ourselves up to the top. So, ideal scenario is we work ourselves up. If you can keep hold of the leg to stop him from bridging and going crazy, that's great. Pull your leg round and through into mount position. So, that's like ideal world. He grips, I grip, he stands up. We come underneath the leg, lift the hips, take the foot off the floor, drop ourselves down, come up to the mount, keep the leg, then when we feel safe, we'll let go, come through to the top. So that sweep, again, has a couple of different names, but the one I'm more familiar with is the Lumberjack sweep. So, 1, 2, stands up. Now one thing that you're commonly gonna get in this position, so we lift, so we wanna lift the hips up also so it makes this leg nice and light and he's not too heavy on it. So we lift up into the hips, take the leg away and drop ourselves down. One thing you're gonna commonly get is he's gonna try to sit himself up and he's gonna really try to push away with that top arm. If I can't continue through, we're gonna scoop up that arm, throw our shin over the top of his face into a corkscrew armbar. If he wants to stay as he is, we finish the armbar here, but more often than not, he'll somersault over. As he goes over, we keep it all nice and tight. Finish the armbar. If you're worried about the hitchhiker, you can also come underneath the leg as well. So one more time, Jack, if it's all right. So grips, underneath, lift the hips, drop my partner down. I start to come up, he starts to push away, so we scoop the arm up, Shin comes across the face, and we're going to switch the hips. We drop our hip down to the floor. We can also force the roll. So if we grab his ankle, put him over the top, and it also gives us a nice scoop underneath the leg to stop any escapes as well. So lumberjack sweep, with a little added bonus of the corkscrew armbar to finish if they're trying to stop us from coming to the top. All right, last one. 1, 2, 3, let's do it.